two special guests. Paul's back. Danny's gone. Danny's back. Then he's gone. Hope everyone is well. So I've got three special guests lined up today. Paul's there with his really good internet. And Ulf's here as well. We should be expecting another one of my students, Bev's, as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this because we want as many people as possible on this live. Let's see if we can get them first. Let's see. I want to see if we can share it even. I'll share it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Hope everyone's well. Welcome to this week's Hot Seat with, it's a bit of a weird angle with my camera. We've got two weird people. We've got the two twins on here today. We've actually got 4 twins in our coaching program. So I just brought 2 today. Beverly should be along at any moment. I wanted to bring these on today because obviously, is that Paul or AI Paul? This is real Paul. You can tell by the poor internet. AI Paul would not have rubbish internet. That's for sure, isn't it, Paul?
Undoubtedly. Can you hear me better now? Is there still the echo?
No, we can hear you better now, mate. And
good.
Like maybe this is AI Paul and he's made the internet bad. So we couldn't tell that was AI Paul. This is where we're going, guys. This is where it's getting a bit scary. Anyway, Paul and Ulf are my students. They've done product launches. They're now going into webinars. Tell us a little bit about your success, guy. I'm going to bring Bevs on as well because I think Bevs is here. Bevs is a bit late to the party, but she is here.
My Wi-Fi got knocked out.
I hope you knocked it out back.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So I'm gonna go to we are live, Bev. So no swearing, not that you normally swear. But we're gonna go to Paul. Paul, tell us about some of your successes, mate, and then we're gonna get stuck in. I don't know what we're gonna do because Anik came up with this idea. I thought, all right, we can try it. And I think everyone can see Bev's, Paul, and Ulf on the screen. So Paul, tell us a little bit about your successes, the big successes you had.
Okay, so I suppose last year, for me, is when it kind of started and all kicked off. I kind of joined the OLSP in a very sort of normal, functional way, as everybody does, with the $7 sort of access product. And then I spent about 3 months or so, maybe a little bit longer, working my way through the trainings and whatnot. And then last year, if you remember, back in April, we went, there was a live event. Similar, I suppose, in the way that this one's coming at the end of the month, where it was held down in Heathrow, and there was about, I can't remember there, but I would say roughly about sort of 60, 70 people there, perhaps. Is that about right?
Yeah.
And you did a seminar with traffic being the theme throughout, and from there I had, I guess they're called one of those aha moments, where I kind of really got on board, got to grips with things, and I decided I wanted to, purely from the, from what you'd presented that weekend, and develop, with your help and your team, develop a product, and then move forward into webinar territory. Now, I launched my AI affiliate goldmine last July, and it did really well. I was very satisfied with the results and the way everything was handled, from the whole sort of development stages through to actually. I'm not going to undermine how much work I put in, because I did. I had the late nights of recording and the various sort of bits and pieces that I had to go through into making the product itself. But it launched, actually, it was the last week of July. Had a very successful launch week of just a little over $20,000, which, as I say, I was very satisfied with. And from there, I have to say that's where the work started, because you don't. Perhaps I might have been a little bit naive, thinking, right, okay, here's a product that I've, with help, I've created, and it's launched, and we've made some money with that. So that's it. I can sit back, kick off my slingbacks, and take it easy. Not so, because from there, I've kind of kicked on from that and built a webinar. Again, with the help of the team. Lou, fantastic guy. He's really helped me along with that.
Don't let him hear you say that, mate. I'll get a big head.
And you know, the webinar was created and everything's put together, and I've started down that road now. The next stage, I suppose, being from that is not just launching a webinar and doing one webinar, but it's repetition. It's then creating joint ventures through strategically appointed partners and doing reciprocal webinars back and forward. And it's a really, really exciting time. I've loved every single minute of it. And so much so I've got a webinar this week.
Have you?
So,
I didn't even know.
Yes, there's a joint venture this week.
Brilliant.
I'm going second.
Good. It's fine.
So
it's fine.
Really, really, really looking forward to it.
Very exciting.
Really excited. This is kind of putting together all the feel like, not the doubts. That's not the right word, but it's really putting all the jigsaw pieces together. That perhaps where you have blanks and you're not entirely sure of because there's no kind of written down roadmap for this specific to everyone. It's very much you're moving within a recognized format, but you're moving in a way where it's one step at a time. You've got to put the Lego bricks together until you create the whatever it is that you're trying to build. And I'm one step forward in that already with the JV coming up this week, and it's been a fantastic journey. Loved it, every single minute of it.
Well, there we go, Paul. That's the end of today's session, guys. Well done, Paul.
I'll always use 10 words where one would do.
I know. Underneath your name, I don't know if you can see. Beverly is Instagram traffic. Ulf is the Ulfinator. I don't know if you can see what I put under your name.
No, I can't.
No, that's. I'm not going to tell you what it says. It says Scottish. That's basically.
I'll find it.
So let's go to. We're going to leave Ulf in the middle, I think. So we're going to go to Bevs, and then we'll ask Ulf. So Bevs, tell us about your successes, and just like everyone, I'm sure everyone in the audience knows all three of you by now. But tell everyone a little bit about yourself, your best day, your best week, all that kind of random stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, about myself a little bit. I'm a former project manager, former engineer, and I do this full time, coming up on 3 years. And my success, I think the root of my success, I mean, besides, of course, VIP and coaching, is the Instagram traffic. We just finished a traffic challenge on Saturday, I think was the last day of the 30 days. And we did one prior to that. So almost I guess about 2.5 years ago. And that's the one that kicked off everything for me. I did that challenge, I didn't want to do that challenge, which a lot of people don't want to do the challenge, but I did it because I knew I needed to. And, things really took off from there. And because of that, I, having grown a lot of traffic, I did get a lot of authority, a lot of followers. And that's what started really my webinar. So I started doing webinars just to my own audience and made money that way, ultimately created a product. And actually in between that, I started getting, and I didn't really talk much about this, even to Wayne, my first brand deal on Instagram.
No, you didn't.
A little bit of money, that way. Yes, but a couple of years. So I never really talk about it much. And there are more coming, they're all the time and people are always asking. And so when you start getting a lot of traffic, people come to you, and you can get, of course, that without a lot of traffic, but it's nice when people are looking for you and wanting to pay you for some content. And so that, and then the next was creating my product. And that, I started selling that to my own audience, started doing the JV webinars. I have one this week as well, Paul, on Thursday. And so I've, I started those about a year ago. They came a little bit infrequently, and they picked up really quite a bit in November and December. And that's when I had my biggest day. And so I spoke on the summit, had my biggest day, which was somewhere 14, 15, 16K, a couple of refunds, but the sales were still, still my biggest day. And then another 9K day after that. And so, yeah, some days are, on the low side, some days or weeks on the low side, some weeks on the high side. I try to do one a week if possible. And, to do that, to just keep, replacing my full-time income. So it's coming up on 3 years that I've been full-time. And, the more of these I do, and the more, I work on my product, work on my webinar, just kind of hone everything. And now I'm getting more into YouTube, working on long form content and trying to diversify my audience or my traffic sources. Then, just the more success you have, because again, it all stems from that traffic. And without that first 30-day challenge, I would not, have the success that I've had.
Brilliantly put, Bevs. Brilliantly put. And before I say that, we're going to go into Ulf, and then I'm going to tell everyone why you guys are here, because I don't actually know what you're doing here. You just appeared on this thing, so I don't know what's going on, to be honest. But Ulf, tell everyone, because you've just finished launching a product, so tell us about that one, the one before, and what you're now about to do, mate.
Yes, hello everybody, and thanks for letting me also join in here, Wayne. I have just, like Wayne said, I have just finished my second product launch, which was called Tribe Builders AI, and that was a real in-depth continuation of my first product, which was called Tribe Builders Academy, that I launched in late April last year. My journey online has been kind of a roller coaster for many years. I've been dabbling around, with ups and downs, most downs, I would have to say, for many years. But it took a real turn in 2024 when I joined OLSP, after having seen it being very heavily promoted online. And I said, I better check this out. So I did, and I could feel right from the start that Wayne was speaking in a different way, very grounded, very earthbound, not hypey like all the rest or most of the other stuff that you see out there. So I took the leap, and I jumped in, became a team builder right away in the same sequence. And just a few days after, I had a call with a success advisor, I believe it's the name, Sam anyway was his name, and he actually pointed me to VIP and said, don't you think this is for you? Because he obviously could hear that I wanted more. So after a week, something like that, I went to VIP, and that was in May 2024. And that was an amazing journey, and still is, with a lot of absolutely in-depth, very, very useful training and a useful community already there. And in November, the same year, 2024, so that is like 15 months ago, Wayne came up with the idea, why can't I have my students or people coming in my community and launching products? And I hooked up on that one. And I believe there were 4 spots, if I'm not mistaken, Wayne. And I think I grabbed the last one. So really, that was absolutely a fantastic journey. And I can only agree with both Paul and Beverly here, with the team that Wayne is having around himself, and how helpful they are. And of course, I need to put in work myself. And just like Paul, I had late nights with video recordings and retakes and tutorial videos. And yeah, well, you know how it goes, a lot of things. And it went so well that actually in that launch week, I hit numbers, multiple 5 figures that I could never have imagined, and I have never achieved at any time during 20 years online dabbling around. And my best day was slightly lower than Bev's, but around 12, 13K in one day. And I had another, like also barely 10 in another day. So that was absolutely fantastic. And the second launch, did also in the five figures, and I'm very, very happy with that as well. And the feedback has been great. And now I'm also actually more or less as we speak, guys, I'm also jumping into webinars. Not that I'm going to have one today, but it is being finalized and ready to be put on the table for me to dive into very much. So I'm thrilled. I'm excited for the future. And really the strength of this group and the community and everything we have around us, guys, is absolutely immense. Just think about it, guys. You have something absolutely amazing at your fingertips. And I'm talking to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a mega link or a team builder or anything in between or VIP, whatever you are. It doesn't matter. You have something absolutely unique here. Utilize it and do engage in it and take part. You will thank yourself later.
That was brilliant, Alf. If only Beverly and Paul could have said the same thing.
I did not say, however, that Wayne is masculine, handsome, and funny and musculous.
People know that. People know that is fine. So these three guys are our students. They know the goals for this year. But one thing, they all know the goals. My goals, the business goals, their goals for this year, and how it all fits together. But what I want to talk about with you three guys, especially, is two things really. And have a little discussion, see how this works between four of us, because I don't know how this will work, where it's bad enough when I have a team meeting, everyone's just trying to like get their voice heard, but we'll go through. Two things I want to talk about is go and past your fears and showing up for yourself. For example, you are all, okay, so I think we should tell everyone, because I don't think anyone knows, but if you're coming to the live event, guys, I'm pretty sure, I think I've asked all three of you to speak at the event. In fact, I saw a message from Beverly, like, what am I meant to say? Like, I know. Beverly's face. Like, what have I got to speak on about the event? I'm like, I don't know. Like, just tell people what they need to do for traffic. I don't know, Beverly. But I do know, really. I'll give you some notes, probably like 3 words, but it'll be fine.
And 5 minutes in advance, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes. This is how I roll. No, it'll be more than that, Bevs. Bevs is now like, I don't want to do this. But these guys, okay, the event. But one thing successful people do, guys, okay, is they show up. Okay. All 3 of you were at our event in April. Was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
Was it April last year? And then we had another one. I can't even remember. Like, I want to talk about showing up, like what the difference is from being in the room to not being in the room. Okay, so let's go to Ulf first on that, being he was last. Like, what is the difference? Like, I know some people are probably scared and they're thinking to themselves, maybe like, should I go to this thing? They're all going to be either really far ahead, or maybe I'm an introvert like me. Like, what would you say to those people?
Well, first of all, I know that people are very different, and just like you say, Wayne, probably some people are, reserved and maybe concerned that they are not so-called experts. Let me assure you guys, at the events that I have been present with Wayne, we have met now a couple of times actually at events, and people have attended those events with very different levels of skills. And people ask questions at beginner level, at intermediate level, and higher levels as well. All questions are answered and addressed, which makes you feel very, very comfortable very quickly. And you don't have to ask questions. You can just listen and just entering the room. And people say, oh, I've seen you online. Hey, and they shake your hand, and it's very, very camarade, very friendly, very relaxed, lean back. You don't need any special attire. Well, Wayne sometimes has a suit actually with a vest
and trainers.
Yeah, so that can happen. But the rest of us, we come as we are, more or less. So I would say it's very, very relaxed, and you will get an energizing boost by being around. If it's for a day, if it's for 2 days or 3 days, you will mingle with people. You will have coffee, tea breaks, go out and have a smoke for those of you who smoke, and just talk and exchange a few words with people. And it will just make you feel, wow, this is like a cafe feeling. And then in the sessions, there is some real meat coming, good discussions, good interactions, and people are honest and upfront, because we understand in such an environment that we need to come together in order to progress.
There we go. Perfect. So I was taking screenshots. I like how you made up a new English word there as well, Ulf.
Comrade.
Comrade, yes, comrade. It's like mixed between lemonade and camaraderie, I think.
Yeah, camaraderie. I didn't actually. I didn't know the word, but I think there was something with camaraderie or something like that.
It's fine, mate. When Paul speaks, you think all the words are made up. Paul, over to you, mate.
Here we go again. I would say everything that Ulf said, I would agree absolutely 100% with it. What I found in the live events that I've been to, so the Mastermind last month and the last year, is exactly as Ulf said. There's no airs and graces here. It's not like if anybody has that perception of going to the big conference in London with all the important people, you can quite frankly get that out of your mind completely, because everybody in the room, whilst Ulf said they're at various different levels perhaps in their building their business, there's some that have had years of experience like Wayne, like there's others that will be there as well, to some I think at the Mastermind, I think had Millie she'd just been OLSP for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, a few people.
So you've got a massive range of abilities and experience, of life experience, of business experience, of online marketing experience, but there's nobody there to score points off anybody else. It's not it's not a contact sport, so to speak. It's quite surreal, really, because everybody in the room, whilst they don't have a direct vested interest in everybody else's success, that's kind of what happens. Certainly that was my experience, that everybody, if they've got something to offer, something to share, a lesson to be learned, taught, offered, shared, whatever it is, then they do it. There's no question is too stupid to ask, because from that, what might be perceived as a stupid question, it begins to grow arms and legs, if you will, and from that, perhaps what may sound like a very simplistic, simple question, it can become more elaborate, and those with greater experience can weigh in and add to the the benefit of everyone in the room. And it's just a fantastic forum to be part of. Was that answering the right question? What did you ask me again?
I didn't understand a word of what you said, mate, but it sounded good. Basically, you said it's really good.
It is. It's great. What I'll say.
Yeah, what I'll said, but better. Answered perfectly. Really perfectly. So, over to Bev. So, me and Bev's actually went to an event. I was meant to be speaking in Orlando tomorrow, but with the move and everything, it's just too much at the minute. And our own event, all this other stuff. But me and Bev went to Orlando in November. And we know the importance of going to these events. So what did you think? Why should people show up? Maybe not even ours. Like, why should people show up to live events?
I think it's everybody's on equal footing, especially at yours. I can really speak more about yours, I guess, but everybody's on equal footing. So like right now, you see me, Ulf, and Paul, and I agree with everything that both of them said. You'll see us more visible online, in OLSP, but in the room, we're all the same as everybody else. And the last one, in fact, the mastermind, I hardly said anything. So, everybody's just on the same footing. And I really like that, a level playing field. And it is a different level of community, I think. So right now we're all online, we're all in OLSP, in the Facebook groups and this group and that group. We have a whole lot of groups. And, but when you're in the room with each other, it is a different level. So you get to, everybody's a warm human being, and you don't feel that so much online, but you shake hands with people, you hug people, you sit across and you have a meal with them. You have little communication sessions, off in the corner talking to somebody, and it is, you just develop a higher quality relationship with the individuals there. And so I really like that. And you get to see, the last one in April, Dr. M was the first person I saw, and he he was like so much taller than I realized. I was like, holy cow. And he said to me, he said, "Oh, you're a lot skinnier than I thought." I was like, "Oh, you thought I was fat." Okay. So it is, but it was all in good fun. But yeah, he was just so much taller, and you see people, like you and Anik and Prakash, exactly what I thought, Donna as well.
Really?
But then some people were like, "Oh yeah, he's much taller than I thought, or much shorter than I thought," and it is just totally just mind blowing to meet people, and just get shoulder to shoulder, like you said, belly to belly. I mean, not that close, but to be able to just, I don't know, be more personal and develop that relationship further. It is a deeper relationship. So I really like that. So you get a lot, and when you have that, you get a lot more, I think, out of your online relationship with people as well. So that's just my
100%. Yes, and Mark says Ulf might even play the piano at no extra charge, maybe, and you might even get Tina Turner blurted out as well, maybe. But this is what happens at the mastermind, guys. I'll tell you what happened. I went down. I'm so hot, I can't sleep. It was about 2 a.m. I thought I'd go down to the lobby on the mastermind night, and there was still Ulf was in the foyer, and about 4 other people still yapping away, literally standing in the middle of the foyer, not sitting anywhere, just standing there like, right, we've really got to go to bed. But no, they just stood there yapping, which is English for talking, if someone wondered what yapping mean. Who would like to learn? It takes about 20 seconds, guys, but who would like to learn, because I'm just wary of the time, we've been 28 minutes. Who would like to learn what I taught these guys? Let me know inside the chat. So we'll give it type of 1 inside the chat, because I'm going to tell you how you can learn it as well. One way you can learn it, the main way, the best way. While we're waiting for the ones to come through, because these guys are actually going over to Heathrow. Beverly's flying over from the US. Ulf's coming over from Estonia. Is it you live now, Ulf? Estonia. And Paul's coming from somewhere place I can't understand where it is. It's somewhere up north.
That'll be Scotland.
Scotland, that's the place. Paul's coming over from Scotland. Okay, so literally no one here is native to England. Okay, and I want as many people there at the event who want to learn what I taught these guys. Okay, so how many people here in the UK? Type a 2 inside the chat if you're inside the UK, because there's no excuse, literally, for not. It's 12 days away, which is pretty scary. So I'm going to put the link in to go on. I don't know. We're updating it today, I think, from the waiting list. I don't know if that's been updated yet. Let's have a look. It's got the new video on it. It's got the new video. There are more than 20 tickets sold, guys, by the way, but you can still get in on discounts if you haven't updated the site yet. So you can go to the link and get on. Now, anyone that joins up today, there's a special bonus, okay? There's a special bonus. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I need to tell you at the live event, but we're giving away something at the live event. So if you want to get on the waiting list and get hold of these last prices before the price change, you need to go to that link, okay? So let's talk about, like, why would someone not come? You're coming, I think, aren't you, Mark? Pretty sure. So Christine says, I'm pretty sure these live events are really the best way to connect with people. It is. Sometimes, sadly, it's just not possible. So if it is possible for people and they're sitting on the fence, I want to get people over their fares, because it can be a lot. The traveling, the traveling can be quite a lot. The cost is immaterial, guys. Really, to me, like, the cost is immaterial. But why would people not come? How can we put those fares at rest, Paul?
Well, it depends what the individual fare is, really. If you're just thinking, is this for me or not? I would say if you're really serious about building an online business, then it's just the place that you need to be there, because this is potentially for you. We talk about aha moments, but this is something that could actually catapult you into the fast lane. And I know I've used some metaphors there that perhaps we've heard them all before, but I can genuinely say that once you get in the room with the experience, with those who and you'll be surprised, there will be people there that have less experience than you, and I find at least that you can learn from everybody. You can learn from those that are less experienced, even if it's just being able to phrase your answer to questions that you've never been asked before. There's learning experiences all the way along the road, and it's a has to be attended event. It really does.
Brilliant. My advice is, if you can, I know things crop up and I know things happen, but if you can, it's something you need to do. I believe, in fact, you guys came to the event. Ulf was there, Paul was there, Beverly was there, but Ulf and Paul especially, I think you can say it was life-changing for you. Can you say that? You had more hair when I met you, so
I can say that.
Your life.
I can say that.
I can only agree to that statement as well. Yes, indeed. And if I may continue on Paul's statement.
I can't hear you now, guys, for some reason.
You can't hear? Can you, Paul, Beverly? Can you hear me?
I can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So must be your end, Wayne. Can you hear now, mate? Nothing?
I can hear you all loud and clear.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, I can now.
Okay. So I'm back. Yeah, if I just may add a couple of sentences here to Paul. First of all, yes, of course, I can only confirm everything Paul said. Any individual fears, yes, of course, there might be practical stuff as well. But if you can, guys, because remember that doing online business can be a very lonesome venture. We can very often feel all alone in front of our screen, although we have the world virtually at our fingertips, just in front of us. Being in the room strengthens the feeling of belonging, a feeling of community, people that are there for you and with you. It's not a question of competition, guys. It's a question about coming together. In these times, we really need to come together and work together in order to grow and progress together. And just like Paul also said, there are most probably, certainly, people that have that are less experienced than you are, or have other experiences, and everybody can actually learn from each other. And those things happen when we are together. So if you can, and if you want, and if you have the desire and strong enough why to you're actually doing this, I say grab that ticket.
Yep.
Fantastic. Dave Pinto says it's minus 16 degrees. He's actually in Poland. It's minus 16. That's incredible. We had snow yesterday. I thought that was bad. But perfectly put off. And then Beverly, and then we've got to call it a day, because these only normally last 30 minutes. We've got 140 people on live.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
yeah. I definitely agree. If you're just starting your business, or if you've been in it for a while and you're not where you want to be, this is a place to come and get there, and that'll help you accelerate. Just like Paul and Ulf said, it was life-changing. This might be exactly what you need. Just come in here and learn, be around everybody who can lift you up and keep you up. And so if you're not where you want to be, some people think, okay, when I make this amount of money, or when I'm in this position, then I'm going to. And you're never going to get there that way. It's like people say, let me learn the $7 Mega Link stuff before I upgrade. It's kind of the same mindset. So if that is the mindset, then woe is you, I guess, is what I have to say. But if you are not where you want to be, take the plunge, take the chance on yourself. You've already taken a chance on OLSP a little bit. Just go that little bit farther, to have a leap of faith, and come to the event, and just show up. Spend the money, invest the time, no matter where you are. We had people from Canada last time. I think Millie probably. Well, no, we had someone from Australia. That was probably the farthest I would imagine last time. And yeah, don't let money be the thing. And it is, you know, I do get that it's not free, you know, but try to find the money if you can.
Perfect. Thanks, Bevs. It is something, guys. So I see someone not making enough yet. This is the thing, guys. Like, I did a call just before this, and you can't see the brick walls, the things in your way. Events, coaching, all this type of stuff helps you see them. It shines the light on your weaknesses in a way that nothing else can. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but it really shines light. It gives you things you do not realize exist. Okay. That's why if there's an event that I can go to, I think I go. It cost me just the tickets to the event me and Beverly went to were $5,000 just for the tickets. Okay. It's pretty insane. Like, the value I got out of that was pretty immense, and it opens exactly, David. It opens so many doors for me, in a way I didn't realize. Okay, so I'm waiting for a Dollar Tree. They are out of stock. I don't know what that means, but do they sell points, Erica? Do they sell points? I don't know what that means. Like it is, guys, and there's limited space. You've got 12 days. Okay, and I'm going to give you one more example. My life changed when I attended an event in a different way. It was a guy named Paul about 9 years ago, maybe 10. I was in the audience, and it was about solo ads, maybe 11 years. I don't even know now, 12 years maybe. And he put all these names up on the screen, and I went up to him at the end. I'm like, all these people, my name's up there. I'm like, he's my student. He's my student. Half of them were my students. And they got success from being my students. That led to me speaking for the first time in front of about 150 people and developed my career further than probably anything else could at that time. Okay. This is if you're in the UK, it's once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't think we've got another one planned in the UK. I think the next one's maybe the US. I'm not sure when we do a next one. There's a mastermind at the end, and there's a network and a stroke mastermind before it starts. Okay, so this is an opportunity no one can miss. You're going to see Paul speak, you're going to see Ulf speak, you're going to see Bev speak, and they're going to be helping you as well. Okay, this is the goal. Remember, the North Star end of the year. All my students are going to speak. We've actually started this earlier than what I thought. You are all going to speak, and you guys, I did ask you all. I'm sure. Yeah. Paul's like, am I? Paul's like, no one's asked.
No, you didn't ask me. I told you I want to.
Oh, there you go. So, we're fulfilling dreams, guys. We're
just assume.
Yeah, and guys, we're launching the new system at the event. Okay, this is huge. Okay, this is where these guys know a bit about the power of it. They do, because I've been telling them. But this is where you see the power of the event and how that can help you, like you won't believe. Okay, like you will not believe. So with that, I'm going to go to everyone say one sentence. And then we have to go because I'm 10 minutes late for my next meeting.
Yeah, I'll say that November event and being there in person, it was expensive. I've made 10K. I've made at least twice my money back since November on that.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yeah, you have, haven't you? You made that connection there, and that will pay probably 30,000, 40,000 this year.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I didn't even think of that. Ulf?
Community, guys, is where it's at. In 2026, we need to come together. Be there if you can.
Brilliant. So I was hoping for something a bit more powerful. Like you get to meet the Alphanator.
They know that.
And Paul.
I get the last words. That's excellent.
You do.
Well done.
Yeah.
So right, I'm going to be there. I know I can fill a room. Physically. No, what I would say is don't let this event be the one that you regret not attending.
Exactly. And you will, guys. You will sit there and see images of everyone having a lot of fun, apart from me, because I stress out because speaking on stage is my worst nightmare, but I'm doing it anyway. And you will wish you were there. don't let it be you. Like, I'm meant to be at an event tomorrow. I will have that tomorrow. Don't let that happen to you, because I know I'm missing out, and it's going to cost me money not being there. Okay. So thanks everyone for jumping on. The coup for today is students, and I'm going to put the link in again to join us live, guys. Get on the waiting list before it gets changed. It should be changed any minute or today. The price will go up, and you'll get some hidden bonuses we'll tell you about at the event. You can see some of them on the page. You see a cool little intro on there as well. So join us, guys. Nice to see so many people. And we've got a training tomorrow night. AI Paul charges photographs. He probably does. If you just walk up to him with a pen and paper, he will take it off you and sign it. That's where he's at now in his career.
You won't get it back.
You won't get it back, no. Yeah, exactly. He's Scottish, so.
I gave mine for free.
Yeah. So, guys, join us and meet us all. I look forward to seeing everyone. Thanks, guys.